Just tech issues galore, I guess.
It's too late. Ruined it.
It's too late. It's ruined.
Mamo, we know you're not hazing, but yeah, it's like everybody is having power outages right now.
It's more fun if everyone is like in a murder mystery. It's like, who's really... kind of like Clue on a whole internet-wide scale. I think that's a good time.
We're all secretly hazing deep down inside.
It was Mamo in the image board with the VPN. That's why there's so much internet drama. It's because people need more wholesome board games, and if they had board games that were high quality enough, all this drama would go away because they'd be having a much better time.
Yeah, so her mini skirt, which I really like how you did that, Dave.
Oh, thank you. It's just
It's based, yeah. It's based on in high school, there was this trend for some reason where a bunch of the girls would wear really baggy pajama pants that were like way too long for them. And then on the butts, they'd have words like juicy and booty. And they were the most vile creatures. This was not attractive. And they all had the muffin tops like this too.
Did they all really have like the boink boink, the muffin situation going on?
Yeah, they all did. And to be fair, I was thinking you could make the muffin top here a little more pronounced, like a little more obvious. But I know you told me you didn't want to break the character design that we normally do.
Yeah, because she doesn't like look, she's not like a fat character. So despite your glee at finally getting back at your high school peers, it's like, well, I don't want to break the character for that.
I think life is getting back at my high school peers.
Yeah. But she could easily have that thing where, you know how people seem like they're in just okay shape, no problems, and then as soon as like you see them at the beach or something, it's like, oh goodness, it's just like there's like folds and wrinkles everywhere. What's going on? I think they call that the skinny fat phenomenon, which is my favorite way to be, naturally. People are like, oh David, you're in reasonable shape. Wait until you see me with my shirt off, which will happen never, by the way. Then I'll just be a cataclysmic stick figure draped in several strategically placed water balloons. It's a freak show.
You talking about you or them? Because that's not you.
Well, me, but I'm trying to make it into like self-deprecating humor. Plus, they don't know. They don't know whether that's true or not. Now they have to like use their imagination and be like, how much of a freak is David? And I think that's a funnier place to be.
No. No, they've seen your arms, and someone was like, that must be Photoshop, Dave.
Exactly. Brilliant Photoshop. Masterful AI. And now that AI can do stuff in real time on video calls, like you really can have people just being like, I think now I'm going to be trim and buff. And it's like, well, with AI, you can look however you want on video calls.
There's a character I look at on Facebook, and she's always using the filter app on her face to look more attractive.
Oh, okay.
Then, of course, there's a photo she doesn't put it on, and, because it's from the side, and it's just, like, a completely different person.
Weird.
So if she ever goes missing, they're gonna have a hard time identifying who this is.
Yeah, I mean, people can do what they want on social media and Facebook and whatever, but I think it's just more comfortable to be like, hey, I look like some sort of a weird geek, so I will just do that, and then I don't have to worry about keeping up appearances, because this is just like the way it is. Very simple, very straightforward, easy to remember.
You worked out in the basement yesterday, you can't even pretend. I'm not even gonna let you pretend.
Just because I jump around in the basement.
Oh no, he's hot!
No. I can be a basement goblin and jump around and like be huffing and puffing in the basement. That doesn't make me non-freakish. In fact, quite the opposite.
No. No, I told you, I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you gaslight them like that.
Liz, this is how Liz brags about me. She's like, my husband jumps around in the basement. He's kind of awesome. It's like, you want to know how awesome my husband is? He jumps around in the basement. Jealous yet?
Some people might be actually, based on the little jumping their husbands can do.
Well, it's not a competition. Everyone can leap like a freak. It's open to all.
Do they ever go without the blue eyeshadow? I've never seen that happen.
Maybe in the
Where'd the
morning.
glitter on that?
Maybe in the morning, like before they get out of bed. There might be a moment where
It's actually a thing about makeup that if you wear it for too long, it stains your face.
What, really?
So yes, I've had that with lipstick where I would wear lipstick so often that I could go days without putting on more lipstick and my lips would be fine.
Whoa, weird. That's like
You couldn't tell.
that's like the Goosebumps story when like the Halloween mask goes on and it doesn't come off. It's like a horror event.
It's easier. So I assume that they've probably caked on so many layers of this by now that they probably don't even have to try anymore.
They need archaeologists to excavate their actual skin tone at this point, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to go there in there with like a pick and a trowel and find like the fossilized remains of their actual face far below the surface. Do 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 do.
I had fun with those ovals.
Yep, I got the ovals looking the way I like. I wanted to, because it's gonna be the same oval, so I was like, I might as well just shade it once and duplicate it, and then that way it's like half of the shading work on the ovals. Don't tell anybody. Everyone that looks at this comic is gonna be like, this guy made 2 ovals with some slight little glints and glows on them. Wow, incredible that he did it twice. My respect for David has increased. I need to maintain that illusion. As soon as they realize I'm not doing my own ovals, it's over. Oh, did I just...
Oval slop?
Oval slip. Yeah, when they're like, he duplicated the oval using a machine? Unacceptable. What happened here? I somehow, like, lost the pencil line?
I told you there was a lot of surgery to fix this.
Next time, just ask me to lay it. Like, if you do need to scale something to a template next time, just ask me, because I can do it without destroying it. There we go. Not too big a deal, just patched it over.
Okay. I had that happen with the Grundaki when I did it. It was a pain. I'll try to be more careful. Again, what happened was I started working on this and I had it open all weekend, and then you were off to the side formatting it, and I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, it's okay. We're both juggling so many things at once. It's natural that there's going to be a little bit of overlap here and there. But better this than something that's actually like way more elaborate, like one of the volume 6 pages with the kill gears. That would be like if we got that rasterized. That would be like, uh-oh.
This would roll.
Nah,
you'd cry and throw a fit.
I would cry, but I would cry in like a kind of a cool way.
Yeah, you'd throw your Cheerios like a man.
I need Cheerios just to throw them, honestly. I really like the expression of, like, you know, throwing my Cheerios, and I don't have any to ever throw. I wouldn't eat them because of my diet, but I'd like them to just have to toss around.
I wouldn't even buy them. It's kind of a waste of money to me. You get to, like, you have to pay for, like, the huge box. What is that, like $6 a Cheerios?
Well, I said get Cheerios. I didn't say buy Cheerios. I mean, if you grab a random kid and shake them hard enough, Cheerios are gonna come out. It's like
that's how they work.
It's like rings in Sonic. Like if you punch Sonic in the face, you're gonna get rings. If you like throw a kid to the ground, Cheerios will erupt.
That or fish crackers.
Yeah, you'd like to live in a world where it's animal crackers because those are like delicious, but usually it's just Cheerios. I just need to stock up and then start using them as like a self-defense mechanism.
I just don't even think Cheerios are edible.
They are. I'm sure you've eaten Cheerios in your life. Don't pretend like you have never had a Cheerios.
I didn't like it.
You did not like Cheerios?
No. Oh, did the Grundakis sell better with time? We sold a few when they first started, but I don't even know if we have them in the store right now, and I don't think anyone's buying them right now. I think Hazen's here. I hear ringing, Dave.
Everyone knows it's Booker.
Booker, hey!
It's me.
I thought you were in the mist, but now you are present. You missed
I'm
all
out
of
of the mist.
You missed all of the Telegram tech issues. You missed the fun part of the stream. Now we're in the boring part where we just talk.
Well, I see you're not on Telegram, so I sort of immediately assumed, like, okay, well, something has gone awry.
Yeah.
We were trying to avoid you and trick you, Hazen, but you found us.
We were trying to just like give him the slip.
Now we have to
can't
play it
lose
cool
the
like that didn't
cruise.
happen. We have to play it natural like we just, had tech issues. We weren't trying to hide from you.
Yeah, but no joke. There was
No,
like
good cover, Liz.
there was like literally a 10-second delay. I would hear her say something in the other room, and then there'd be like 10 seconds going by, and it would start to come through the
That
call.
Is pretty bad. Yeah, I can see why maybe you would want to switch. Did the Grundaki sell better with time? No. How many did I buy? All of them.
A room of grunting
That's
just
my
like swimming
wallpaper
it.
now.
Actually, no joke.
This stupid fucking Chinese hotel. I just have a bunch of Grundakis as my wallpaper, dude.
Ironically, apparently a few people legitimately wanted them. They got them. We still have some more, so if you want an optimal gift item for Christmas, if you have someone special that you basically want to just like weird them out as aggressively as humanly possible, you know the gift for them.
Okay,
You
well,
know,
wait a minute. Hey, hypocrite. Hey, wait a minute. Why won't you let me take one to the family gift exchange?
Because, Liz, of shame, that's
Are you
why.
ashamed of your art?
Not really, but I mean, they probably wouldn't like to see that too much. I don't want to be like, I'm the one in the family get-together that makes you have less of a good time.
Yeah.
The Grundaki is a weapon to be deployed only against those you hate.
Think of the memories.
Memories, how do we make it back there? What the fuck are you drawing?
It's gonna be the Prelude Christmas special.
What is happening in this? This poor girl looks like she's at, like, it's some orthodontist trip that's
It's
gone
not-
horribly wrong.
It's not done yet, okay? It's not done yet. Good, it's not finished yet.
You should just
Hazen, she's
publish it
getting
like
everything
this.
she wanted for Christmas. She's so happy. This is what she wants.
No, no,
This
I,
is-
Except for
this is-
self-awareness.
She's so happy. She's turned into the Brisby guy from fucking Venture Brothers.
yeah, the stroke victim progenitor of Brisby Land. Which is
The
my
best place in the universe.
ultimate goal, is to be him. Minus the stroke, though.
Me too.
But like to have like a theme park and be taking over most of Florida with it, I think that'd be pretty cool.
So funny. I like that one. No, the funniest thing about that episode it really had like nothing to do with any of the show. They just wanted to do that. It's really obvious.
Well, yeah, because it was fun. Like it doesn't have to be like intricately tied in with every little. It's like no, they're just having a good time, a very good time, and it's visible. It's visible to all.
I really wish on the Venture Brothers that they had more like go out to exotic locations and have adventures like Johnny Quest, and not just like the Billy Quiz Boy like backstory shit. I thought that was so stupid.
Yeah, I mean they did have some adventure stuff, but admittedly, I think they fell into the thing where there's like they're having a little too much fun with the side characters, and some fun with the side characters is great. But you never want to just like feature the side characters too much. It's like no one really wants to see that. No one wants to see like one of these obscure side characters that is like central to like a Christmas special or an entire comic devoted to them. You just don't want to. You don't want to like show the side characters in a central way too often. You just don't want to.
Yeah, you say that. You say that, and then you put that in the middle. Wait a minute.
I was
what the
like,
fuck is this
I was like zooming into her face in time as I was saying it.
So I can't. I'm not watching that. But way to go.
What? Like I'm gonna criticize the Venture Brothers while I'm making this monstrosity? Do I have the room to do that? I don't think so.
They're not currently making episodes, so we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, they're not gonna clap back. We have a free shot here. Free shot at the Venture Brothers.
They're not saving this on Picardo. It doesn't fucking matter.
You guys, whatever you do, do not contact Doc Hammer and tell him that we have been ripping viciously on, like, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Venture Brothers, but actually, here's what they did wrong.
Here's all the things I hate, and also I think this one thing is this one guy's alt account that created Venture Brothers. I think he made an alt account just to stir up a little controversy.
I need to see where their word balloons are so I can avoid them.
Do you have the packet of what the word balloons are with you?
I do. I'm looking at it right now, so it's about to get into the like
Okay,
putting like magazine text. There's so much text and article like little headers and things. I don't think I can necessarily fit it all on. I'm gonna start it by roughly sketching things into place and then go from there.
No, I know. I think the way it goes is as long as there's a heading, and then like the main 12 on there, which are the 12 days of Christmas. I think that's all you really need.
Oh.
And then if you can fit anything else, go for it.
Yeah, I can see that you moved this over because you also nuked the word balloons that I had in here.
What?
They are
Word balloons.
They are gone.
Oh,
Where'd they go?
No. Oh, okay. Do you need to open up the other file? There were no word balloons when I opened that.
Let me see if I can dig around and retrieve it.
Okay.
Probably not.
If you go into work in progress folder, that's where I saved the two, I think.
Okay, yeah, if you maybe have like a different version of it saved, maybe the word balloon will still exist there. Let's try opening that
Mamo saw the
directly.
new aura turnaround. He craves those. Yeah, I'm gonna color
Nope.
those today. You'll see them on Friday.
What about this one? Nope. I'm gonna have to reconstruct those word balloons.
Oh, no, you don't. Give me a minute. I'll dig up the file.
Okay, well, meanwhile, I'm gonna start sketching in the article placements.
I'm sorry. I thought I didn't have to fix that. How do I fix it? Be mad at me.
I'm not mad, it's just, I just letting you know I'll have to redo the word balloons. Dun dun dun, word balloon redos! Oh no!
More work.
Just try to help me remember the dialogue changes. Also, you're echoing like hell in here at the moment, if you want to mute yourself. Yeah, but if you can, if you don't find like a version of the files where I actually had the word balloons, just try to help me remember the rewrites because I know I actually revised the dialogue as I was putting it in there.
I'm doing it. Oh, it's right here. Work in progress. Christmas Prelude 2025. 12 days. It's in there.
I opened it and there were no word balloons in there, but there maybe it's on like a different layer or something.
No, you just didn't have it. No, I promise you, this is what you gave me. There were no word balloons on this.
It might be on the
Yeah? You never put them in. It's on the piece of paper in front of you.
Oh, I think you're right actually. Cause yeah, I'm looking at the printout versus this one has been in the works for a while. I'm looking at the printout versus the sketched out one. And I think the sketched out one has the updated dialogue.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Is you never put it in the computer. You've got a piece of paper in front of you.
David pwned right in front of his audience by Liz. No!
Wife wins again.
Oh man. I was like, Liz, you have done something wrong. And then she's like, Uno reverse card. David, you're the dumb one. That happens. That happens sometimes.
Idiot.
Yeah, that's me. That's it's one of my specialties.
YouTube says, "Wow, like a comic, cool." Yes, we make comics and we do art and comics Mondays and Fridays on here.
Dog lamb.
Yeah. Yeah, if
It's
you
a lamb, but
if you like
yeah.
this, you might actually be weird, but you also might like the rest of our comics, which typically don't feature Stephanie front and center.
Is she supposed to
God.
be a lamb?
Yeah,
I
kind
think
of.
it's a lamb, like a golden fleece kind of lamb creature.
Oh, I thought she was supposed to be like a koala.
It's whatever it's whatever makes you feel better.
You decide.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna
Or
run around
whatever, I
police
could
what
be
you think of
whatever.
that thing. I can't fix that thing.
I'm like a lettuce guy, salad guy.
All right. Well, before I block in the rest of these little article headlines, I'm actually going to put their dialogue in now. So you guys are going to get a sneak. Usually we have the dialogue done beforehand, but you guys will see what. Here's how you put text in. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. Ah.
Oh, yeah, I'm
She
actually-
is
I'm
furry
thinking-
female, one girl.
Yeah, okay.
Solo.
Yeah, we're thinking this isn't like story, so there's no reason to really make the words like spoiler.
Well,
And
yeah.
most of this is words. It's kind of like, what are we doing here?
Words.
Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be like a huge spoiler. Like if you see this in advance, you're like, oh, it just totally nuked the enjoyment of the thing. No, like, it's fine. It's just fun.
Does spoiling a thing really does it really like make you not enjoy it as much?
I thought I heard about
I don't think
someone
so.
actually ran a clinical study literally on that topic, and they're like, oh, actually the enjoyment was enhanced when people kind of had it spoiled for them.
Hazen? Did Dumbledore
Liz?
die?
Dumbledore die.
Did Dumbledore die?
Attention, everyone! Dumbledore die.
Now I don't have to read the
Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
book. I'm not gonna read the book because now I know.
Yeah, like if somebody,
All I
I'm
wanted.
pretty sure, I didn't see like Harry Potter until like years after it was like kind of finished, but like, I kind of knew like people because people had people had seen or said what had happened in it, and I knew like, okay, well, there's this guy named Voldemort, and then the Dumbledore guy, whoever he is, I know he's gonna die at some point. I still thought they were great movies. I never in my, I never imagined like, this would be a lot better if I didn't know the guy died or anything. I don't know. It just, maybe it's just me, but like, I feel like people complain about spoilers to stuff sort of performatively a lot. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it would really sort of degrade the enjoyment of it to most people.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna see the Lord of the Rings movie, or like, oh, read the Lord of the Rings book, so the movie is ruined, that kind of thing. People still go
My
see it.
movie is
People definitely go
ruined.
see it.
Dumbledore die.
I've never seen all the Harry Potter movies. I'm not into that. And I saw they got really like gloomy and dark, far too serious.
The longer they go on, the sort of the darker they get, and I think that was just like a product of like how long it was taking to produce those movies. The kids were older by the time the last couple movies come out. They were adults, whereas like they were really small kids in the first movie, and they the audience had grown up a little bit too. So I guess the subject matter got darker, as I understand it in the books as well. There was like a wizard war, people fucking died and shit, It doesn't seem like a strange choice to me that they made them darker as time went on, but I enjoyed
There's
them.
just too much
I thought
teenage angst.
with Ron, I feel like there was a little bit of that, yeah. But I don't know, there was just one guy. I thought they were cool movies. I wish I could have seen them when they were big, when everybody was into them and everybody you knew was kind of into that, and it was like you had people were like, oh, are you gonna go see Harry Potter 3 when it comes out, or are you gonna wait? And it's just like, I can't go see it. My parents won't allow me to go see
Aw.
this movie. And they look at you like you got 3 heads, because you might as well have 3 heads, because everybody's fucking watching that. So you just are, you are
Wait,
barred
was it
from
the
that.
like satanic? What was it? The satanic?
Yeah, yeah. My parents were.
Aw.
I don't talk about this a lot publicly, but my parents were extremely religious, and they were, part of that whole like, Harry Potter has witchcraft, therefore it is the devil. But Sleeping Beauty, that kind of stuff, that's fine. But Harry Potter, because they say it's witchcraft and wizardry, it's bad. So you're not, I wasn't allowed to fuck with Harry Potter a lot or at all, and because of that, I feel like I missed out on a big, like voice of a generation type piece of media.
No, I'm sorry, and you weren't allowed to read the books either.
No, of course.
Although, if you look at some of the people that are as adults completely obsessed with Harry Potter, you maybe your parents were right. You might have dodged a bullet.
Maybe so. I don't know. I feel like I probably wouldn't have gotten that into it, but it would have been nice to share that experience with people. I don't think very many people are still very obsessed with Harry Potter, are they?
No.
Nah.
It's very recent that that's kind of fallen off, but I don't think I hear a lot of people being like, this guy Donald Trump is basically Voldemort, and this other guy is Dumbledore, or whatever nonsense. They think like they think these fucking characters, like them in like a scripted story, apply to like anything in real life, as though like anything is really black and white in real life.
It is kind of interesting when people's only frame of reference for reality, like in mass, is just like fiction. Like everything is like, oh, this is like the one scene when Iron Man was flying. It's like, do you have any life experience? Do you have any like, have you consumed any entertainment or media that's not just like the most mainstream of mainstream things? Although, unfortunately too, like to me, it's like, maybe that's the most effective way to convey their ideas to other people, because other people are drawing from the same exact, well of totally limited references.
Jason is just sad that the owl never gave him his letter to go to Hogwarts.
Yeah, I blame my parents.
I would have been a wizard!
I could have
Killed
gotten
magic.
visited by Hagrid if it weren't for my mean old parents.
Which house would you be in, Hazen? If you know what that
Which
is.
house? Oh yeah, you mean like the snake one? What is it? Slytherin?
Now,
Slytherin.
now we're-
Hufflepuff.
yeah.
which is
now we're
for the
getting into
losers.
the good part of the conversation. Is we need to figure out which houses all of
Yeah.
us are in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is the conversations I wish I could have had when this
Yeah,
was big.
we'll
yeah.
make you regret everything here.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever the bad guys are in, I'd probably be in that.
I think that's
Slytherin, hell yeah.
Slytherin. Although, like, I know that they're portrayed as the bad guys, but honestly, like, they're just supposed to be, like, really clever and manipulative and sort of, like, the superior understanders of human nature. So I'm not sure if that's, like, really that villainous, honestly.
Yeah, like in the game, they say Merlin was a Slytherin and stuff like that. Like, it's not that they're bad. It's just that they do seek power, and they like riddles and puzzles and stuff like that. Like they have the makings of a serial killer, but like most serial killers are just like people who were born to like do something else, but they couldn't do that thing.
Yeah.
And they are discovering, like, most people who should be like general managers or CEOs or something, if they're barred from doing something like that, that weird like ability to like lead or whatever, like manifest itself into like the evil king. And that book Warrior King Magician Lover or whatever, like,
Yeah, I've
they
heard
kinda
of it.
talk about that a little bit in that, where like the king in a man is when the king is in balance, and when the king is like good, that then he likes to create and nurture and watch things grow and really flourish and stuff like that. Whereas like when the king is out of balance in you, it makes you like hungry for power and control. and you want to try and like control everything and make everything be like force it to be like a certain way.
Oh, you're reading my mind.
Dave's roommate in college
Just
was
reading the
really
book.
into Harry Potter, and so you had this like, and he was way too old to be there, but there was like this 24-year-old man who would brag about how many online quizzes he took over and over again until he got Gryffindor.
See, this is why I'd be in Slytherin, because I would zap that guy
Punch
and
him?
make him barf slugs or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as he opened his mouth and said the word, I took a quiz. Eat slugs, motherfucker.
Well, I
Shut
think
up.
he,
Stop
I think
talking.
he, I think he went as a Harry Potter character, Mad Eye Moody, for Halloween one year. And he had like a
Oh,
wizard
good.
robe with a, you know, and it's not a fancy robe. It's just like, if you've ever seen it, it's a black coat with a red top part and a tie, and he thought he was the coolest shit ever.
Hey, I
like
Yeah.
Moody. I thought he was a good character, but yeah, I don't know about somebody.
No, I
taking
take it back. He was
quizzes dressing
no, he
up
was
as them.
serious. He was Sirius Black. I'm sorry, he was Sirius Black, which involved no
Sirius
costume, but he
Black.
had to tell everybody.
well, I don't know. I'm not. Far be it from me to criticize somebody for wearing like a Halloween costume that they are having fun in. Like that's there are worse crimes.
That's you at every convention.
Yeah, I mean exactly. Like I'm gonna run around in a red fedora and be like, this guy's kind of cringe. It's the theme of today's stream. Is like David should not be casting stones. Not at Venture Brothers. Not at people running around as Mad Eye Moody when they go to the grocery store. I've got no space to be casting stones at people.
Mad Eye Moody at the grocery store. Oh my god, that reminds me of those people like they'll go to like a furry convention, and then they'll just like go about town in like their
Yeah.
whole fursuit.
Yeah,
Cool, great idea.
punking the normies.
This will freak
weird-
all the normies out, guys. What? Yeah, of course it will. People, do you understand the reputation you're carrying with you when you come out into a grocery store with children and that?
Actually,
The
I don't
weirdest
think
one was the pup mask at IHOP.
I don't think most people are even aware of like the furry that aspect of the furry community. I think most people are just like, whoa, what's these weird costumes? Like normies, I don't think it's filtered through to normies yet. Just like what the furries are known
it's
for
starting to.
online. Is it starting to? Are they starting to get
Oh,
the
now it
picture?
is. Yeah,
it
now it is.
absolutely is starting to. Yeah,
That's good. Honestly, I feel
it's
like
been that way for a while.
awareness is just. It's just a good thing. Like people should understand what they're getting into if they're getting into that sort of thing.
I absolutely think people should understand what they're getting into, and if you are wearing a pup mask
And IHOP.
at all,
Oh yeah.
but especially in public around children, you should get some toaster soap.
Never heard it called toaster soap before. That's a new one.
Yeah,
haven't heard
well, I
that
mean,
either.
Whatever that means to you.
I suppose, do you think it's possible there's some people that wear the pup masks that just have no idea that it's like a weird kink, like fetish thing, that they're just like, oh, well, I want to have a fursuit, but this is like the most affordable thing that I could find, and now everyone treats me
no, I
nice,
think-
you know?
I think that's exactly what that's what that is. That is, I'm too poor to buy a fursuit, so I'll buy this creepy bondage mask that you can see my actual human eyes underneath.
Yeah.
That looks nothing like an animal. I'll buy this instead. Why will I do that? Because a bunch of other idiots with no money decided they were going to do this too. So we'll all just look like we're in bondage gear now, which has nothing to do with the furry community or furry lifestyle or any of that stuff. We'll just wear this. And then because other people are wearing their suits out in public, we can don't kink shame me. I'll wear my pup mask out and I'll let children pet me. I'll get down on the ground on a collar with a collar while somebody has me on a leash in my pup mask, and I'll let children pet me as though I was a dog. So at some point, the
Jason,
mask is like the mask from the mask, right? It doesn't matter if you understand what it is. If you put it on, you start to become what it is.
Okay, we did this last stream. You're really mad you didn't get to go to Hogwarts.
I am mad I didn't go to Hogwarts. Did we talk about Hogwarts last
I
stream?
don't think so.
No, we talked about the furry community last stream.
Oh, well, it's kind of an evergreen
Oh, really?
horror show, you know.
It's always fresh.
What is that
So-
fucking noise in the hall?
I don't know. David's really proud that he made a purse that looks like a hideous mouth.
Oh, yeah, this, I designed this purse. See?
I know.
Oh, boy. She just has to have accessories. Like, she's being featured in a magazine. It's her Christmas wish come true. Her mom is a magazine editor. So there's a magazine article
she?
all about her, spoiled little rich girl, and so she's got to have all these cool accessories that she believes make her look absolutely stunning and awesome.
Is this is this what's gonna be on the cover?
Yeah, that's
I
her.
think it's actually inside of it.
That's
Is it
her-
the cover or inside of it?
I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna like when I get done illustrating her and getting all those like things, I'm gonna make them and put them on the cover too. And then inside is all the
This is a
articles.
splash
About,
page.
Yeah, all the articles about
Yeah,
what
no.
she wants.
It is only like in the middle.
Yeah, and Dave, I have to tell you, if this was a real magazine, the crease of the 2 pages and the staples would be across her whole face.
Which would be funny, but it would also, I think it would be confusing in webcomic format.
You should draw that actually.
You should. I think you actually should put it across, like a big line across her face.
It would actually fit this format better, I think. But what about all the people that are like, well, I wanted her to look, I wanted to see the full illustration of Stephanie in all her glory. She's not going to
No.
look the same if there's a big crease through her face. Yeah, I'm sold on it. That's funny. We're doing that.
Thank you.
Make a new layer here. We're going to call it crease.
Grease.
No, crease. Did I spell it wrong? I actually spelled,
crease.
for once I spelled a layer correctly. The one time I get it correct, and then you guys are trying to gaslight me into thinking that I spelled it incorrectly. Well, I spelled it right. Me. David spelled something right.
Why didn't you put more green on her outfit? I really don't like the colors red and green together. It's a pet peeve, and I thought it would look really ugly if it was on her.
It did look really ugly when it was on her. That's why I took the green out. Like, I know that that's like the whole thing, but it's like it was like so ugly that I was like, it's just gonna make this comic like impossible to look at. We need to clean it up a little bit.
It's always why, if you watch, I always add a magenta to my red a little bit to fix that, because I have a real problem with a bright red, a bright green, and if you put the red with the blue, I just can't handle that.
Okay, Grinch. We get it. You hate Christmas. Message received. I just hate red and green together. I don't know why.
Oh, it's a color palette choice.
I
It
must
shouldn't
keep
happen.
Christmas from coming.
There was a staple in her belly. Says Lily Silver. About green and white. Green and white is a very peppermint, which is a nice way of it's like a cool Christmas. I'm okay with green and white if it's done right. Green and white though, Michigan State here, which is a sport college thing, is very green and white. So you gotta watch that. The hot sign looks suspicious. Well, it's not supposed to look good. Yeah, red and white is more of a peppermint.
Red and white is more of a peppermint.
I thought the red and white socks looked good. I was still going for, like, I was still thinking maybe a green and white sock, but I just can't resist a red and white if I can get away with it, and then it matched the candy cane. Oh, Willie Silver, I know red and white is more like peppermint, but I was thinking of the green and white peppermints too. Maybe there's like a mint peppermint, if you know that one. Yeah, Dave had a red, green, and white. I had the red, white, green here, and he switched it around because he didn't like it, which is fair.
This is going to be good for the historians to know.
It's my lore.
And now we've got 12 days of Christmas, 12 different things that she wants, which is the only thing she can think of to talk about in her magazine article. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit all these on. But we'll see.
Okay, apparently you may hear weird like hustle and bustle outside. Apparently there are some sort of termite inspection thing happening, which is like a big problem here. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but
Ooh.
Eat that.
they're doing they do these like once a month, and I've never seen them do whatever it is that they're doing. They're like punching holes, small holes in the wall, and they're like putting something in the wall. I don't know if it's like some sort of termite radar or what.
Termite radar.
Yeah, whatever it was like a device. It looked like they're like punching these little pencil-sized holes into the walls, and then putting that in there, and then caulking them back up.
Maybe they're making little Fent dispensers for termites, so the termites just all OD.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
In Michigan and Ohio, we have serious bedbug problems in apartments and hotels. It's kind of an area
Oh my
where,
God.
like in America, this is the area for that, you know. And I've heard it's because they changed the pesticides or something. Dave knows more about it. He knows all about that one.
I think when they banned something like DDT or something, which, you know, is super toxic, but it was also good at keeping bed bugs dead. And then when they banned that, it's like, what, the population exploded the last 15, 20 years.
And I think the problem is that because the human population doesn't know how to handle them, they just spread it like wildfire and don't know what to do.
It's actually, like, pretty... Like, you have to, like, bend over backwards to eradicate them, but it's doable as long as you have your own property or everyone in the building is following the same protocols. But if you get, like...
Never do.
Yeah. What are the odds of people in your apartment complex all actually following the rules? Probably zero. So no matter how many times you do the right thing, the people like next door are going to have the bed bugs just like regenerate and respawn in their area and then come right back over again.
I'm really surprised by how you're doing the text here. Like the shaping, it looks really good, but I don't think the areas need to be that big. Like I don't know how big you're doing the words.
Me neither. Well, the thing is, right, first I have to carve it up into the general areas so I know how many am I actually fitting in, and then, like, so how big will the words be in those areas? Because if I just, like, start doing, like, you know, like, nitpicking and making, like, the actual text in one of these blocks, if I do that all the way across and then I get to the end and I'm like, oh, I wanted to have more blocks, or this isn't enough, or this is too many. So this is just sort of like a way to effectively be, like, thumbnailing in the little article text chunks, you know?
Yeah, I don't see how we could have like planned this on the sample thumbnail page. This does look like a project for the computer.
Yeah, it's just easier to do it here. It's just easier to like kind of like
good.
bang out some compositional areas, and then I can start narrowing it down.
Originally, I thought we could add like presents or holly to make this look more Christmassy, but there's no room.
Well, I mean, some of these article blocks, I want to actually make it look like a magazine layout. So, for example, like this 3 block that's going to have text in it, I might just draw this like it is a present. But I can't really make those decisions until I get the little areas all dictated, or delineated here, I should say.
I trust you.
There's a mistake. I trust him.
I'll change my
because
mind later.
I have no choice.
I trusted you, Jake Sully.
Billy Silver is correcting you. He sees 2 6s and no 8. What are you doing, sir?
2 6s and no 8.
Let me check you.
I'm just really shitty at writing the number 8. I've lived with this shame since I was a child. Everyone has told me, "Hey Dave, your 8s look
It's
terrible."
your disorder.
I can think of
It's
another
Dave's
joke with
it's Dave's
6 in
disorder.
it.
Yeah.
Apparently the thing on the left is an 8. Maybe he stopped caring.
It's
a long time
totally,
ago.
it's, no, there's a little negative space right in here. You can, see that, that.
Holy shit.
That is negative
Dave-
space. That is an, shut up. It's an 8. Like,
David's really
bad.
insecure about his disorder of typing 8.
listen, you could ask anybody. You guys are just giving me a hard time, and that's my story, and I'm just sticking to it.
That's illegal.
Why are they backwards like a manga panel layout? Oh, it's like counting down.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like the 12. Like, I think the original idea Liz had was like it would be like a parody song, like an animated video, and I was just like, of all the things I want to animate for Dreamkeepers, this is absolutely the last on the list.
I know. I know. So it sat in the closet for like 6 years written, and we didn't know what to do with
This
it.
is like really, really, really the last on the list, like not even close. So, sorry, Liz, I don't think I'm gonna animate this.
What is at the bottom right?
At the bottom right. Oh, it's gonna be. I haven't put all the text in these yet, but it's gonna be a new line of merchandise that only I can buy. I think is the last thing.
Oh, new. I thought it said NB at the bottom.
It's an E.
like,
It's
okay, I
obviously an E.
At the end of this. you
Oh,
become
David can't write the letter
non-binary or
A.
something.
David can't write the letter E. Shut up.
It was just zoomed out. I thought it said B's is zoomed out.
Yeah, everyone always said that's
I
what
had
they.
it on like a tiny little part of my screen.
Teachers like, David, you're an idiot. Can't you write the letter 8 right? And I'm like, no, it's zoomed out. You bitch. Why don't you know this? And then principal's office.
It's zoomed out. How am I supposed to write
Okay.
it?
It's zoomed
No,
out. It's
Ethan-
zoomed out. God.
I think we need to troll and shame Dave on stream until he can't stream anymore. He won't stream anymore. He's so mad.
I am only going to stream as long as I feel like everyone is thinking what I want them to think about me. As soon as they are thinking their own thoughts about me, streams are over. That's how it works, right?
Delete, delete, delete.
You unbelievable.
All right. All right. Mamo has something new to show you, but I bet it won't load for me.
Something new to show you,
What's
but
wrong?
it won't
I
load
don't
for
learn.
Liz, probably. It probably won't
Yeah,
load.
if
Dave?
it's like 1,000 images, it's probably not going to load for most people.
Oh, we'll see. No, you know, I'm sorry.
Let me see if I
Mamo,
can open
this
it
is-
on the side.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
this
not.
laptop
It's one
cannot
image.
handle this. This is way too hard for my laptop. I
Oh,
shouldn't even
cool. It's
try.
he's switching Vanth and Harmony in this Prelude comic. Let me show this on stream.
But it looks like Vanth is flying in the middle.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, she's jumping up off the ground a little bit. Look over here at what is it? This one? Yeah. Check it out. Good work, Mamo. This is fun. This is really cute. Ironically, I think that Harmony
know.
probably could actually fly down from there, but Vanth has just got too much.
Yeah, that's the end of the comic. She's just fine. Like, I can tell, like, just because of the way AI sort of works, that he's probably, unless he's using like Nano Banana or Quinn or something like that, these are these could take like a long time to actually edit this well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing, Mamo. That was fun. I always
All
like
right,
the
Dave.
comic switcheroo stuff.
Thanks, Mamo. I'm glad you're both me and Dave's alt account.
Yeah.
I'm proud to have you as my alt account.
You know,
Thank
it's an elaborate charade to maintain, but priorities. It's important to me.
That means Dave can do horrible things and they'll blame you, and vice versa. So use your power wisely.
He's only my alt account when I want him to be, and also will not get in trouble.
As soon as he does something wrong, I don't know who he is. All right.
Oh, that reminds me of Liz. I think you shared me this video of a guy that was being interviewed about how he was like doing like all these scams. It was like it was genius but horrible. He's like, oh yeah, what I do is I steal homeless people's information and then I like borrow, you know, like just tons and tons of money after I build up their credit score for a little while. It's like that's really evil. Effective though, I guess. So, don't do that.
I think yeah.
So
I could-
insane.
You didn't see that one, Hazen? I can move that to a more public area.
Yeah, let's make sure
I've
everyone
seen that before.
everyone knows like what not
It's
to
like
do.
he's being interviewed or something.
Yeah, he's like on a podcast and he's like, "Yeah, I go to these homeless people," and then I'm like, fill out. I'm the official survey taker. My name is like Mr. McSurvey Taker."
Oh yeah, I have seen that. Yeah,
I'll
I've
give you
seen that
$20
before.
for your social security number.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, "Dude, I don't want to fill out a survey." And they're like, "No, if you fill it out, $20 cash right now." And then they fill in like their social security and their name and address and all this stuff. And then he goes and starts like building up a credit history and applying to credit cards. And then once he gets their credit history built up enough, he just like gets a bunch of money, basically cashes out hardcore. And then he also goes, this is like the insidious part of it, is he will take some of the cash and return to that same homeless person and be like, "Oh, hey, randomly, I'm just going to give you a bunch of cash today." And they're like, "Whoa, thanks, man." And he's like, that way, if anyone is ever like trying to track down this fraud and like figure out what's going on, they'll find that homeless guy with a bunch of the cash that I took out, and they will probably press charges against him, and it'll just create more of a smokescreen for me to keep getting away with it. And it's just like,
But that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work because to build revolving credit, you would have to make payments on the credit card. And how are you going to do that if you aren't using your own like real bank account? Is he also opening like a bank account in their name somehow?
I don't know, but
Maybe.
it just made me think that that is mean to do to homeless people. Don't
I
like.
don't think he's really doing that. Yeah, because it at some point you would have to make a payment on your credit card balance, right, to actually build credit and increase your credit limit. And to do that, you would have to, the money would have to come from somewhere that would eventually trace back to you. And you could probably get in some fucking really serious trouble.
Well,
You
Hazen,
go
to be
jail
fair,
forever.
Go to jail.
well, I mean,
Forever.
he was on some video talking about it, so that's probably, they probably got him, and he's like, "Yeah, I did this."
Or he's just making good podcast content. But someone
Yeah, I
naive
think
like
that's
me,
just
I just
podcast
I
content.
just listen to it and I'm immediately like, "Oh no, target audience just fell for it. Oh, that's terrible." And then someone that actually thinks through the details is gonna be like, "That's not how I do it."
It's AI.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think.
All right, hey Dave. Corbin wants to know what you want for Christmas.
Me? I don't know.
Corporate.
Yeah, I don't need anything. I've never needed anything, so I don't actually want anything for Christmas. We get each other like
never need
snacks,
to
but we
eat or
just don't
sleep.
care. Well, I don't need anything.
Needless Liz, they call me.
I actually have to keep a Word document of my Christmas list from previous years because every time someone's like, "So what do you want for Christmas?" I just start drawing a blank. I don't know. Like, I have pencil.
Well, that's a lie,
I have paper.
Dave.
What? I do. I've got a Word document.
You don't.
I don't?
No, you tell me to do your Amazon list, and I do it for you now.
Well, yeah, I've graduated to having you manage my Word document for me.
Existence?
So it's so
Yeah.
the format is an Amazon list now? Is that the newest thing it is?
Yeah, you don't even know. Your wife handles everything for you.
Well, I mean, not everything. I'm pretty independent also.
In the corner.
I mean, yeah.
It's so sad.
What's sad about it? I'm independent in my corner. That's actually pretty cool if you think about it.
Yeah, that's the founding idea of America.
Being independent in my corner.
Don't come into my corner. Let me be
We'll stay
like
in our
Independence
corner,
Day in
and
my
you
corner.
Stay in yours, England.
Yeah, if King George
Yeah,
would have stayed out of
basically.
my corner, we would have no problems. But he had to get uppity and try to tax my corner.
And then tried again in 1812.
Yeah, he was trying to press me into service as seaman, which sounds wrong. And I was like, "No, not today, King George. I'm not going to be one of your seamans." Was that still the same King George, or it's probably a different king by then?
No. Did you say 1812? That was so much later.
Yeah, exactly. That's
They did
why
that
I'm
again, though.
That's why I'm saying intelligently that it was probably a different king. Like, I thought of that myself. Are you proud of me? I'm
I
gonna
don't know
make.
who was king in 1812, actually. Yeah.
Well, hey,
Might have
note
been a
it
queen.
wasn't our country, so we don't care.
Doofus Adolphus. Ducius Maximus.
Doofus Adolphus, the English king.
I'm just gonna, let's just go for a Roman name. Like Tyrannicus Maximus. Like, he's suddenly, like, the Roman Empire's back in vogue. We don't know why, it just is.
I really like that crease across their face. That makes it so much better.
Yeah, the crease across her face is kind of like the...
It was King George.
It was?
King George III.
Motherfucker doesn't learn, does he?
From 1760 to 1820. He was
Oh,
king for
man.
60 fucking years.
That's terrible.
Presumably, the only thing that stopped him was America winning again in 1812.
Oh,
I guess he just needed his sequel. He just needed his, like, The Revenge of King George. It's like, bro, it's not gonna work out for you.
it's a nice reminder. Like, okay, wait. So I'm not aware of this, but apparently America had to smack him down twice.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I guess he was over there and he's like, either like, well, invade America, mess with America again, or invade Russia. Mess with America again, or invade Russia. How to cement my idiocy for all of history. It's always one of those two.
I know. I'll do whatever the bank will give me a loan for.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it boils down to.
They will
more
loan
than
me
likely.
money to invade America again and blockade them from trading.
And thus the blockade began.
It must be a real problem when you're a country and you can't get away from the other countries. You're like, okay, I'm just not going to talk to you, but they're still there. You just can't get away from them because you're stuck.
Yeah, it's called Europe.
That's
And the
why
ocean.
I always say, like, when you meet an anarcho-capitalist, I'm always like, oh, that's great. You'll graduate from high school one day, because everyone I've ever met who believes in that shit is literally like 15, 16 years old, and they're constantly talking about it on some game like fucking Pavlov or like what is that other thing, Fortnite or something. They're just constantly being like, dude, anarcho-capitalism is so based because there's just no government and you can just do whatever you want, and government is the problem with everything. And it's just like there will always be government. Like, America literally like just declared like, you are not our king anymore and we're just doing our own thing now, please leave us alone. And England just decided, no, we are going to be the government. And they came and they tried to be the government again, and the only reason that they did not become the government again is because they were also at war with France, who was a major superpower at that time. And they could not fight France and America all the way over in America, so they just decided to leave America alone for a while. And then in 1812 they decided again that no, they are in fact going to be the government now. And even though America shook them off twice, guess what America has now? Its own fucking government. It was originally a confederation of 13 states, and now there are 50 of them and 1 or 2 territories, and they have a federal government now. There's always going to be someone with more guns than you, and when they come to where you are and see you don't have as many guns, they're going to try and take your sovereignty away from you.
Even I heard there was some people that moved out to the ocean in like a floating sort of self-sufficient commune, and they're like,
Oceania,
yeah, and they're like, this is great, we're gonna do whatever we want in the ocean, yeah. And then the nearest country with a navy just sailed out there and was like, oh, we're gonna wreck your shit now. And they're like, well, no, why would you do this?
That place is
that'd be
called like
fun
Sealand or something.
If I was a country, I would do that for fun.
Liz,
to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, you guys, if you think other countries are like nicer than Liz, they're not. So if you stop and think when you're building the model of anarcho-capitalism, it's like, yeah, it'll be great. Other countries will leave me alone. Wait, would Liz leave me alone? If the answer is no, don't expect other countries to be more noble than the craziest girl you know, because that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, that is just the nature of sentient beings.
sandcastle.
Like, there's always going to be power. There's always going to be someone who is going to take control of things. And if it's not you, it's going to be someone else that's going to take control of you.
Like, I
So,
love the
like,
abstract notion of, like, oh, what if there's no government, no one in charge? That totally appeals to the 15-year-old in me. But I think
I mean, me too.
the
Yeah,
realistic
like, that
result, though,
sounds
is
great.
just like, well, if there's no government, then literally the government is actually going to be whoever decides to become, like, the strongest warlord first. It's like, whoever has the least moral compunction and the most guns is then going to be your government. That's just what it is. Like,
Jason says he'll be right back. He's
Yeah.
Oh, that was a while ago. Yeah.
Okay. I hear you've been a lot.
but yeah, I like
Yeah,
the idea of, like,
whoever
no
is
one in
strong,
charge
like-
of me, but it's like, realistically, there's going to be someone that has more firepower, and especially if there's other people, like, let's even say everyone's got the same amount of guns, problem solved. It's like, okay, well then which person is the worst and the most aggressive? Because they're going to be the one that seizes power first. And you're right back where you started, square one. It's just you have a warlord, so... Unfortunately, governments, that's just sort of like the power structure of humanity.
I mean, that's also like what happened in Russia and then in the early 1900s with like Bolshevik revolution and stuff like that. Like, there were these people who were tired of the way their government was treating them, and they revolted, and they, you know, there was like a coup, and they took over the government, and they you know, ousted them. And then the people who got in charge of that revolution turned out to be worse than the government that they had. There's just this promise of, if anybody ever comes up and says, like, there's gonna be no more rules and everybody can just rule themselves, the people are the ones who should, like, if they start saying stuff like that, you should start sweating. You should start really worrying about, like, why it is that people would be saying something like that, because it's always a lie. That book, the Orwell book, Animal Farm, that's what that book is entirely about. Like, the pigs lead a revolution on the farm and throw the farmers out, and by the end of the book, spoilers, the pigs are walking on two legs, and they're having like a dinner banquet with the other farmers that are around there, talking about how their goal was always to be friends and equals with the other farmers, while the other animals that, you know, actually did the whole revolutioning are like watching from outside the window, watching them eat together.
Yeah. Yeah, Hazen, did you hear they completely changed the ending of the new Animal Farm movie?
I know there's like an old cartoon version of it where they did that.
No, well, there's a new one where Andy Serkis, it's CG, and they added a capitalist farmer, and then the animals overthrow him, and there's a happy. It's got Seth Rogen as the main pig. It's like
Just
a buddy
a complete bastardization of the original intended message of that book. Yeah, that sounds like something Hollywood would do. I don't know too much about that movie. I'll take your word for it if that's how they actually have it set up, where it's like a really stupid anti-capitalist type of movement. I don't think that that's good.
And
I don't
apparently
think the
that bad
pro-capitalism
farmer is in a
message
very
good
similar
either.
Cybertruck car. No.
Oh, good. Yeah, because
As
that's
usual, read the book, not the
that's
movie.
necessary. Yeah, that really drives the point home. It's not that there's just certain individuals you don't like. It's just that there's an idea, right? It's capitalism that's bad. Even though you're in Hollywood with a labor union that has long been lapped by people in charge of it who are just gaining money themselves. Your agent's netting you a couple $1 million for this script and for you to actually like be in this movie and stuff like that from the studio. You know, you're like all these people who say, I sure hate capitalism. Capitalism is so bad. But I don't see you actually going out and like buying people housing and buying people food and stuff like that. You know, you're collecting your millions and you're living in fucking downtown LA in an apartment that costs $6,000 a month. Like every other one of you guys, like, but you hate capitalism, right? That's the problem. Cybertrucks, that's the problem. Sure. let's not make a new thing, by the way, which would be the capitalist thing to do. Let's instead do the other thing, which would be to seize the means of someone else's storytelling and seize the license for it and seize the story itself and the title and the characters. And let's just make that who cares what the guy who wrote that believes and what the message was. Let's just make it our own thing instead.
Well, that seems to be like some
Hollywood
people actually create from an inner sense of like bounty and like joy and originality, and then it's interesting to me that like there's almost none of that in Hollywood anymore. It's almost entirely like just cannibalizing the past works of others, and more often than not, like not just cannibalizing, like vandalizing it in some way, like reversing the meaning and like doing something to indicate that the people who have gained control, these parasites, also have spite and resentment towards the original creators. It's not even like they're like good stewards of an IP or something. They like get control of it, and then their inferiority complex seems to shine through with they have to do something to like
Well, yeah, it's like they have the resentment for the original creator, and they're like, no, here's how I do it, and I should have been you. And then they take it, just like people redoing the Disney movies.
yeah. I don't know. That's just how
Are they
it
redoing
seems.
Disney movies?
Oh, the remakes, you know,
Oh, like these
like
live
that
action.
Snow White movie.
That's like another thing. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I genuinely think that is just like them not caring if people watch the movies or not, because like Larry Fink is cutting them like a $6 billion check to make trash.
Yeah. Is he? Did they have to like change up what they do? I know at some point it seemed like the ESG investments started becoming more of a liability than a benefit. I think.
Well, I think that there's probably some kind of backroom deal that's going on. I mean, this is pure conjecture. I don't know. But, like, it seems to me like there's still some value in it because, or there was up until very recently, because they're still, like, doing things like that. They're doing a live action Moana movie now. Moana come out,
Yeah.
like, I don't even think it was 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Do we
the
need-
pipeline of like remakes to originals is just like so stunningly short now. It's like I
we
almost
need
expect
yeah.
the remakes to be out before the original is done.
Like, why? What is the point? Well, I know what the point is. The point is, and this is a leading up to something I actually wanted to talk about today on stream. The point of this shit is to save money. It's not because they think that these live action things are better, or even that they have some message they want to promote or anything like that. It's that directing live action shit is cheaper than directing cartoon stuff. That's it. That's the only reason. And you're about to see that go away. This is some other stuff they've probably already filmed most of, and they've probably they're probably in post on a lot of these things, so they can't it'd be stupid to cut them now. But Disney they've been trying to figure out a way to get people to come see their shitty movies without spending a whole lot of money making them. That's about to change. You're about to see Disney do animation stuff again. You're about to see Disney do animation stuff that's akin to the 60s to early 2000s type of animation stuff that they made. Why is that? Because you're about to see like that 40-year Renaissance stuff happen again, and it's going to be very good, and a lot of people have wanted to see that for a long time. Why are you about to see that? Because Disney just signed a $1 billion deal with OpenAI. You remember, Dave, you probably remember this. Stream, you probably remember. Chat, do you remember this? About 3 or 4 years ago, I told you that AI was going to become a main component in big companies for producing animation stuff. And not only would it become a big main component, but it would spark a new renaissance in animation that would look as good, if not better, than the old stuff everyone missed, and that would be the only way we would ever see big companies or anyone else actually be able to pull off that kind of animation quality again. Guess who was fucking right? You're going to I'm telling you now, record this. You're going to start seeing Renaissance animation return. And it's going to be AI, and it's going to be indistinguishable from what you fucking remember as a child.
Oh, I guess you didn't need to go to Hogwarts.
Yeah, I've already got my crystal ball. What's that crazy teacher lady with the crystal ball that's like does prophecies or whatever?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not that I don't have a memory of what that teacher lady
It was like a teacher at Hogwarts that like her whole thing was like clairvoyance or whatever is what she taught.
I will
But
say
yeah,
though, it
I went
actually
to her
Dumb.
class.
like
Kinda dumb.
it does make me wonder, knowing how corporations are pretty good at seeding narratives out there when they want to. I mean, like the big ones with a lot of like reach and heft and everything. It makes me wonder just how much of artists hating with like an animalistic animus, how much of artists having this primitive, like atavistic religious hatred of these developing AI tools. I wonder how much of that is organic and how much of that is a very consciously seeded campaign by these big, huge corporations that recognize AI is going to be a great equalizer when it comes to production values. It's going to make high quality visuals more accessible to everyone. And competition is the last thing in the universe that these big established media corporations want. They don't want other people being able to create like movies. They don't want other people being able to create animated content like them. So I wonder how much of this has been them with a little bit of foresight trying to poison the well and make sure that most artists who might have had the ability to develop competition with them effectively just like neuter themselves in advance by like being like, oh no, something that would allow me to create content that is like on par with like these corporations. Absolutely not. Only the corporations should do it, never us artists. I wonder if maybe that's my tinfoil hat. I just wonder how much is corporations like. Was that on purpose?
No, I believe that's right.
Yeah.
I believe that's what's going on. I believe that I'm not gonna say Disney, but companies that are billion-dollar companies like Disney that do motion picture stuff, they dream. They like come in their little panties every night dreaming of a future where AI is something that can just perfectly recreate like whatever they want to happen in like a movie, and they are the only ones who are allowed to use it.
Yeah.
I don't think that dream is going to come true for them, but I think that that is what they want. And I think that if I was in charge of Disney and that's what I wanted, and my board of directors masters told me like, this is the dream that we have and we want you to make this happen or we're going to fire you, and I was like, well, I guess I better do this or I'll be fired. The way I would do that is exactly that way. I would go around and I would try to somehow convince like trendsetters, like people who are very, very popular artists online or whatever, anybody that dum-dums will just like, monkey see, monkey do, whatever opinion that these people have. I would go around and I would find those people and I would make sure somehow invisibly that they were convinced, and it will be easy to convince them on something like AI. All you have to do is go, hey, you want to animate and draw stuff, right? Well, AI stuff is gonna take that away. Oh no! And then they'll go, you're right. Oh my God, AI is evil. I won't be popular online anymore because everybody can just create their own thing. And AI, it's evil. We have to stop AI. I'm a real artist. Here's some real art I made. Stop AI.
Okay.
Like,
Hazen, I agree with that. I agree with that to a point, but apparently not everybody got the message because Photoshop and Clip Art Studio add AI to their stuff now.
Yeah, I know, because they don't give a fuck what Disney wants. They don't care.
All right.
People
Good.
like I don't know if Clip Art Studio actually added it yet or not, but they will eventually.
They have AI
Every one of these
features
art
right now.
program, they do have AI features on some of the later versions, because I know at one point they were trying to implement it, and there was all these massive retards online that were just like, guys, I'm an artist and I'll stop using Clip Studio Pro if they make it have AI options. I won't just like not use the AI options. I'll just stop. And then like Photoshop had it, and it's just like, I know all of you have used Photoshop and have pirated Photoshop. So please don't give me this fucking speech about stealing shit. You've never pirated a drawing program? You've never pirated a movie before? Fuck you. Yes, you fucking have. Like, I don't care. No one has to listen to these people anymore because people are making AI stuff that looks exactly like old animation right now.
Actually,
and it's getting millions of views online. People are making thousands of dollars off this stuff.
Have you seen the I think you've seen the PsyOp anime Twitter They've been making
Yeah,
some
I
anime
showed you
trailers that. Oh, you showed me that. Okay, that's where I found it then, because I looked at that and I was like, this looks just like anime. Like this looks as good as any,
It
better
looks
than
just
some.
like old anime.
It's got the same feel. It even has the same sense as though it's done on like Cell. I don't know how it was able to capture that vibe so accurately, but
Because they train it on that. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the beauty of this generative AI shit, is that you can just take anything. I want it to look like this, and you train it on that, and then you prompt it to fine tune what it is you want to look that way. And if you can follow those steps and make that happen, which is more difficult than it sounds.
Yeah.
But if you can make that happen, you're done. Like it's over. Anyone now can make, if they can get a hold of that model and they can use it on their PC, or they can use it remotely on someone else's machine, they can make anything they fucking want.
I think that that is why, I don't know, it was really interesting to me that first Disney was like starting all these lawsuits, like, oh, you can't use our stuff, you can't use our stuff, and then suddenly Disney is like,
Yeah.
hey, open AI. Like at first I was like, oh, it would make sense if Disney strong arms them into like being forced to pay some kind of a licensing fee, where it's like, oh, open AI is like, okay, you took us to court, we will pay a license so that we have permission to train our stuff on your content, Disney. So I thought there'd be a situation where OpenAI would be forced into paying Disney to use that content. Which in that scenario, obviously not a single cent would go to any artist who would ever put pencil to paper, because that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But it's
they're not getting paid either way.
but it's weird to me that it's like the opposite happened. It's like Disney was running around starting lawsuits, like, you can't use our stuff, you can't use our stuff, you can't use our stuff. Oh, actually, we're gonna give you like $300 billion now, and that gives me a little bit of a double take. That's the opposite of sort of how I imagined it might go. And to me, what that says is, this is not like a simple thing where OpenAI is getting access to Disney's content to license to train on it. To me, this looks like a high level corporate merger, but they don't want to label it that so that they don't run into antitrust problems. But it looks like it's actually like a high level stealth corporate merger to me.
That's what I think too. I think that $300 billion is acquisition money. That is not partner money. That is acquisition money. And I can't prove that. And again, this is pure conjecture, and this is pure speculation. I don't have any sort of any like inside knowledge of this or anything like that. But this is what I think is happening. I think that America had this Doge thing happen, and they found out there was a lot of weird money stuff going on with people's taxes.
Yeah.
That was going into things it should not have been going into. And some of that stuff was weird, like stuff where it would eventually circulate over to like motion picture and art stuff. That's not happening anymore. ESG stuff is not really like paying what it used to, apparently. And I think that Disney foresaw this like a year or two ago, and that's why they swapped CEOs. Do you remember us having that conversation about like what is the CEO's actual job?
Yeah.
A CEO's job is just to mark a shift in like a business plan or something. They're not actually in charge of anything. Their job is to be like a figurehead, like Big Brother in 1984. This is the guy. This is the guy who controls everything. This is the guy. It's not us. It's not these little people who are underneath him with money. It's not us shareholders. Don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain. This guy, Oz, the face, you see, that's the guy. That Bob Iger, that's the guy who's doing all this. He's CEO.
Yeah, basically like a professional scapegoat, effectively.
Right, yeah, basically. They're a professional patsy. And they know when they get hired that that's what they're doing. They're like, okay, well, I'm going to get this huge severance package when they fire me and all this stuff. So, all right, yeah, that looks good to me. I'll just do this. Because, most of the time they don't care anyway. Because they're just they're like, being CEO of things in a lot of cases is basically just like retirement for people who've been in production for a long time. So, especially in motion picture and video game stuff. But they hired Bob Iger, and all of a sudden when they hired Bob Iger, there was this huge shift in what they're planning to produce. There's not more Star Wars stuff coming out now. They seem to not be. There's not like a 2 or 3 or 4 new fucking live action things being announced every single year. The ones that are there clearly are in like post production already and stuff. There's just a big shift, and then now there's a big shift with them, quote, not acquiring open AI.
Yeah.
And I think Disney understands the value. DreamWorks, I almost said Dreamkeepers. DreamWorks has said something about they'll probably be using AI in the future in their production. This is it. I've been telling people this for years, and they've been telling me that I'm gay and I'm stupid and I'm a big AI fanboy. It doesn't matter if you're a fan of this or not. It's coming, and it's not coming in a way where I'm a Twitter artist and I'm not going to be popular anymore because people can just make their own pictures. Like, it's coming in a way where it's like animation costs are going to be a tenth of what they were before, because you're going to need people to draw some keyframes for control net stuff, and then you're just going to need some people to draw concept stuff to build like a Laura, and then you're going to be able to do whatever the fuck you want.
We kind of think it's going to be really interesting when the AI independent artist people, basically the independent artists who are against AI have to secretly use AI to compete.
They're
And
already
they've
doing that.
pigeonholed themselves so much. They're going to get caught.
I will tell you this. There is someone on Twitter right now. I'm not going to say names, but there's someone on Twitter right now. I'm not friends with this person, but I do know them, and I do know that they're using AI to make pictures, and they're cleaning it up like in CSP or Photoshop or whatever it is that they use. And they get thousands of likes and thousands of views and stuff on everything that they do. They are one of the hugest people on Twitter, and they are one of the biggest fucking whiners, one of the biggest fucking crybabies when it comes to anything to do with AI. They love to they will go find like people who have 200 followers on Twitter, and they'll just fucking shit all over them. Like, they'll just pull their pants down and just fucking shit in their face and be like, oh, this art sucks because it's AI and you need to learn to draw. And it's like, dude, this guy has 200 followers. Why are you worried about this?
Jason, are they on Blue Sky too? I might know who this is.
Are they? They might be on Blue Sky. Probably. If they have, if the way their attitude is, yeah, it would not shock me at all to learn that they're on Blue Sky, at all. Mm-hmm. So they're probably on Blue Sky. I don't know. I don't pay, much like anyone on Earth, I don't pay much attention to Blue Sky, Liz. You'll have to forgive me.
I know. It's where I get my entertainment.
Yeah, but they're probably there, and I know when they're on Twitter crying about, like, it's like a daily thing that they're just like, guys, AI is evil, and if I see someone liking a thing, this AI, I'll block you. It's just like, dude.
Yeah, I know who that is.
What do you draw for? Do you actually enjoy drawing? You use AI. Even if you didn't use AI, do you enjoy drawing? Then shut the fuck up and draw. How do drawing takes so long. How do you have fucking time to go around and just like cry all the time about how much you don't like this fucking tool people are using that's new?
Hasten, they don't make a lot of art. They don't actually like to make art.
No, I don't think that they do. That's why they're using AI for it, because like they could, like, their whole argument is like, it's not real. It's like somebody saying that photography is not real unless it's on film. If movies that are filmed digitally, they're not really movies unless it's on film. Unless you're actually like hand painting backgrounds and hand painting every cell of your animation, it's not really animation. Are you using real instruments in everything you do in music? Oh, well, then it's not real music. These are all arguments people have made for like different types of production and art and media, by the way. That's the same thing that's happening with AI now. But if you ever try to explain that to someone, then you are anathema. You are like, me and all my super famous friends are gonna block you. Oh, who fucking cares?
I'm not.
Go cry in your fucking hug box. Nobody fucking cares what you have to say anymore. Everyone's gonna be using this shit. Shut up.
Yeah, like, as people can probably tell if they're listening to us on stream, like, I don't have a gigantic intrinsic problem with using AI. I feel like at some point I should learn how to use it, because I'm not really able to use it effectively yet. But every time I've experimented with it, it's just no offense to AI, but it's just like I'm so used to getting exactly what I'm imagining when I draw that using a tool that can't give me that. Like, it can do amazing stuff. These are impressive tools, but it's like I know what I want to draw, and I can like it's almost like it sounds weird, but it's almost like a lot of my brain when it comes to art is actually in my hand. Like, part of the creative process for me is like moving my hand to get it out, and it's I think it's because I've just been doing this my whole life. Like, a lot of it is sort of like muscle memory, and it's so I don't know. Like, I'm not against using AI, but I think in the future, especially what I would love is if AI increases production capabilities and access for independent people to produce animated content just as good as like what Disney can produce. I think it'll be fantastic if it's a creative equalizer and it helps bring more creative visions to life. And granted, it's going to bring a lot of absolute shit to life, but that's where someone with a creative vision and a story and like some taste and directorial ability, that will differentiate what is good and what is not. But I'm just saying, like, even in this future landscape where AI is like a dominant element of production, I still think I'm probably going to be more on the side of like doing the source content, like the concept drawings, like the ideas and sketching and things like that. Like, even if I at some point start using AI in the workflow in a significant way, which I would be open about, because I'm keeping secrets is too fucking hard. I'm just not like interested in that. But even if I did that, like, I would never like stop drawing. I would even if I like did nothing like professionally with my own hands, which would be weird, I would still draw as a hobby. I just like it.
That's the thing about like all of this shit to me. Is just like, do you enjoy drawing? Then why are you worried about this?
I think some people don't. I think some people, and I mean even big popular artists, don't. I think what they like is being big and popular. And like, to them, drawing is like this unpleasant chore that they have to perform in order to maintain, internet clout. And I don't know, like, that's why it looked, to anyone observing, it looks like artists, they create art because they like art, and that's what they say, and it looks like they're all the same. But I really think there are some artists where, social media metrics and internet clout and stuff is necessary to get their career rolling so that they can actually focus on creating art, because what they really love is art. And then there's other people where what they really love is internet attention, and they're sort of just like making themselves pump stuff out because they really want more internet attention. And it might look the same to people on the surface, but it's like, I think they're diametrically opposite creatures.
I think they are too. I think a lot of people in the last 20 years have just seen people draw stuff online, and they're just like, wow, they're really popular. I wish I could be really popular.
Yeah.
And then they just think that drawing stuff is like a way to get popular. That's why you see so many of these people now that are just like, I don't know, they're completely insane, and they're like blaming their audience for like, guys, if you would help me out and share my art, then I would be famous already. Like, yeah, why aren't you making things they want to share? Because you don't actually enjoy making things. You just want to be popular. You never ask your audience, like, what can I do different to make this stuff you'd want to share? What do you want to see from me? You never ask anybody anything like that. You just say, it's your fault. You, people who like me and claim to support me, it's your fault that I'm not famous. Fuck you. You're a moron. You should not be you should put down your fucking stuff, sell everything art related that you own, and you should get a job at a fucking grocery store or something, because you don't enjoy art. And even if it makes you popular, popularity is super fleeting. Like, you're not going to be popular forever, especially if it's built on you like whipping your fans into sharing your shit. That's not going to fucking last.
Yeah.
You're never going to be happy like that. You'll just never be happy at all, but at least I won't have to see you crying on Twitter all the time. Yeah, like, just like there's that, and there's the aspect of like, people just cannot imagine a world where people who know how to draw and enjoy drawing could also potentially use AI alongside their actual drawing. That idea is coming around to people now too. Even the people who really hate AI, they're just like, well, I guess it's fine if you just put like wood grain on wood background with AI or something. I guess that's okay. Like, yeah, it is okay. Whatever I want to do with my art's okay. I don't need your fucking permission. It's just a control thing for a lot of these people. They want to
Oh, I
be
know.
popular, and art is what made them popular. And now they're scared shitless that now that everybody can make art that people will click like on and retweet and share, that there's just, oh, I have to compete with all these other regular people? Oh no. It's like people aren't going to stop liking your art and supporting you just because there's more art out there. That's never been the case. Just chill out. Just fucking calm down. Take a fucking Xanax or something.
Carlos is saying, yeah, on AI they call them directors, which is kind of true. I mean, they're telling AI what to do like a director would. People always give directors
yeah.
credit for movies, and Steven Spielberg didn't like build the dinosaurs.
No one's ever gone up to Steven Spielberg and be like, "Pff, movie maker, learn to act, idiot. You have to use other actors for your movies."
Yeah, like I think that AI director is a fine term. It's not the term I would choose. I usually just I say that there is like art and then there's like bespoke art. And bespoke art is like art people make by hand, and there's not like any machine, anything involved with it. And all of it is just art. So a bespoke art to me would be a subset of all art now. And there's just gonna have to be new terms for this stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's new technology,
I was saying
new ways to do
prompter.
things out there. Prompter.
It's prompter.
Well, there's more than prompting that goes on. And if you actually get your hands dirty with AI art a lot, there's more than prompting. Like you, Memo, you create Laura's. You're not just prompting. There's a lot more involved than that. You're actually having to tag images and put like tag data alongside them and stuff. There's more to it than that, than just prompting. A lot of people think that that's all there is. Like I know people who literally think and I've challenged people to do this, and they will never take me up on it. I know people who literally think you can go to Civit AI right now and just pull up civitai.com or civit.ai, whatever the fucking site is. You can just pull the site up, and you can just type in a little box, I want a picture of Maid Marian's butthole, and it will give you that. Like, it won't. There's way more to it than that. And it takes less time than like actually drawing, but you don't always get exactly what you want. And if you are determined to get exactly what you want, it can take a really fucking long time. And you need more tools than that. You need to learn to use ControlNet. You need to learn to use Comfy UI and install that. You need to understand what like PyTorch is and how Python works a little bit. You need to understand where LoRa's go and how to load them, like what weight on LoRa's is. Like there's just a lot more to this shit than that, and it is in a way essentially more like running a machine, but the output of that machine can be artistic. There are people right now that are using AI from their own old art that people just, they aren't admitting it, and so people just don't suspect a thing because people can't fucking tell the difference.
I noticed on Blue Sky, because they're not familiar with all the grok and everything, a lot of them really couldn't tell that Dave had used a little grok Imagine on some of the ads.
Yeah, like the Art Vember
That
promos.
shocks me on some of them, because of some of them you can absolutely tell.
Well, I mean, it was just that's one of the reasons I was like, oh, I can use Grok just for quick little ads. Okay, I can do this, because it's like they're ads. I'm not really, I don't need it to look perfect. If it just is like my illustration and then it jiggles around, if the keys are jingling a little bit, boom, the ad is like slightly more effective. So for me, it was like, well, Grok is easy. It can do that. Let's see how that works. But it was, to me, it was like really, really easy to tell that it was AI. Like it was, to me, it was clearly not the same thing as like my own hand-drawn stuff. So it was a little weird to see people not get that. And I mean, even on when we posted this stuff on Patreon, I told people, obviously, like, oh yeah, here's this. We animated this with like the Grok made this thing jiggle. If you want the MP4 of this thing jiggling, you can check it out here.
Yeah, it was crazy to me that people couldn't tell that, like they were just like, wow, this is great, good to see you animating again. Like they, maybe they knew, but like it didn't seem like some of those people could tell. But the thing that was even more crazy to me was people who come on there and they were just like, David Lilly, why don't you pick up a pencil and learn how to draw and learn how to animate.
Yeah.
As if you have not drawn and animated like so much fucking shit.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
No, again,
I'm not expecting everybody to know my biography. Most people are just, floating around.
Well,
On,
hey, that was why.
All they would
that
have
was
to
why
do
when
is Google Dream Keepers.
That's why I went into the bio. I'm like, we have like total 8 years of college degree over here.
I mean, fuck the college degree. You've been drawing shit for fucking 20 years.
Well, if I was
Stuff
gonna
that's made
be
hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, like learn to draw, motherfucker. Why don't you do 2 seconds of research and learn who the fuck you're talking to before you fucking start just running your mouth and looking stupid with your fucking 2 followers on Twitter?
Well, I mean, if I was like feeling like uppity, I could like go and type some stuff like that on social media. Like, do you know who I am? I've done, because if I am like bragging, I think I've probably done more traditional art than like any 3 other furry artists combined that you could name. We do shitloads of art. Like these graphic novels are hundreds of pages with multiple panels on, some pages are splash pages, but then on top of that I've done like many hand-drawn animations. Like we've just been like making a freaking flood of art. That's to say nothing of all the commissions. But the thing is, like, I'm not making all this art so that I can like school people on social media when they think that I don't do enough art. Like, I'm making all this art because I like the picture, because I want to make pictures, because I like to make pictures and show them to people. And it's like, if someone is misunderstanding me on social media, does that stop me from continuing to make cool pictures and show it to people? No, it doesn't. It's not getting in my way at all. So it's like, I just don't need to like correct them. It's like, people can be wrong.
No.
It's okay.
No, I've seen those accounts. What they do is they're like flyby bird shitters. You don't look at anything.
What?
They are. No, they
No,
fly
she's
by.
right.
They poop on your account. Keep going and don't even look at it.
Well, yeah, like all
And they
the
all
It's
have,
literally
like-
like 13-year-olds that someone fucked up and gave access to the internet unsupervised, and they just go around. It's the same thing, like,
But still,
2 or 3 years ago.
You call them
when there were all
flyby.
these,
You
like-
call them bird shitters, though. I've never heard that phrase before. I was like, you're just a bird
that's,
shitter.
That's perfect. That's so perfect for what they do, because they
exactly
literally
what
do.
it
They
is.
just go. They just fly over Twitter, and anytime that looks like AI. Oh, that one looks like AI. Like,
I
that's
know.
all they do. And it's the same thing. Like 2 or 3 years ago, there was this weird phenomenon on Twitter where like not safe for work accounts would just have like people be like, I'm 13 and I shouldn't be seeing this. Why are you posting this on Twitter? Why are you there? Why are you on Twitter
You know they like
unsupervised?
it.
Why are you looking at this? Just like block that account or something, idiot, if you don't want to fucking see it. I don't know. I don't think children should be allowed online. I think if you're under like
If they're in
18,
Australia,
you
then
should
I
not
allowed
be
to
using
now.
the internet.
I do
Yeah.
think that it is not good. Like, I even think social media can be obviously bad for adults. Like, I will notice if I like am scrolling or something on the internet. It's like you have to open the internet. We have an online business, so we have to do internet stuff and social media and promotion. We have to do all this stuff. But like, if I go online to do a function, like, oh, I need to like do this business thing or check this spreadsheet or like do these orders or like I gotta cross post this thing on social media. That's fine. Boom, mission accomplished. But like, if I start scrolling on social media, it's like I can almost feel like it is an energy vampire and it is like draining vitality out of you. Like, I'm serious. People will just turn into like, they'll just like, you see people that are just like melted onto a couch, like then their thumb is the only thing that's moving. They're just scrolling on their phones, and it's like, for some people that's their day. So I'm starting to think of internet use and social media. I think of it as like an energy vampire that just wants to suck away
Don't judge
my
me.
activity and my vitality. And it's like, and it doesn't mean that I can't scroll a little bit and enjoy some memes, but it does mean it's like, if you
It's like
don't.
morning.
Yeah, sure. I'm not saying don't use it. It's like alcohol, but I am saying it can be abused, and if you don't have a handle on what you're doing, I think it could be negative for adults, like, let alone kids.
True.
So especially like, I think children that are supposed to be developing social skills and just like the way they interact with the world, I think that could be, I mean, I'm sure that they're not putting studies out now because probably there's no money in it because no one is paying for it because the social media companies are not paying for these studies. But eventually there's going to be studies that come out that will demonstrate, I believe, that heavy social media use in childhood just devastates development.
But they're never going to post that online. None of the Facebooks will post that one.
I'm
Why
sure
now?
I'm sure the algorithm will surface it very aggressively, yeah.
Okay, anyway, you're over time, sir.
Is it already? Oh, it's already 4:04 p.m.
We just screamed about tech for a half hour.
We did. I had a good time with that. Wah, wah.
And I've got chores for you, so you have to get off.
Ah, chores. Okay. Well, thank you guys for chilling with us and watching us start to get this Christmas prelude put together. You can see I'm in the exciting stage of making the little article titles. So you.
Right, hey, just letting you know, Friday is going to be a smut day, so we're not going to be on YouTube.
Oh, Smut Day on Friday.
Smut day.
Okay, cool.
Smut day.
Smut Day.
I'm getting some
Do
smut
people
rage
actually
day.
say that word out loud?
I do.
I guess they do. Liz is bringing it back. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Beware of the social media energy vampire, obviously. Have a good time. Be nice to each other. Unless something is really funny, then point and laugh a little bit. And I don't know. You guys have anything
Listen
else
online.
you wanna throw out there before we call it a stream?
Well, I don't know. Look for the fucking big GarageBand thing. That's still coming. Mark that on your calendar at an unknown date, but it'll be out soon.
Go to
There's
the
some big changes soon too. I'll say that. Like,
yeah.
I know last stream they were showing us like a thread on some kind of 4chan thing where a lot of people were talking about how it was really shitty that Volume 6 wasn't out already. But I'll say again, just in case anybody from that thread's listening to this, that the focus, I think one of the biggest focuses of 2026 is going to be like getting as much done on Volume 6 as possible, potentially getting it to a point where we can release it to people. But if you're like me and like a lot of other people, what'd you say?
And the roleplay game, Ascension.
Yeah, Ascension. Ascension's like, I don't think work with Ascension is gonna be interfering too much with Volume 6, but
That's true.
a little bit, but not too much. But like, I just want to assure people that if I feel like it's obvious, you know, it's been obvious to us for a long time that Volume 6 is way overdue. A lot of people are understandably very upset that it's not out and they want to read it. I want to read it. You know, we had planned for a while for 2026 to be a big production year for Volume 6 once we've kind of gotten a lot of the boring business shit out of the way and the boring legal shit out of the way. So now that all that stuff's kind of done and dusted, well, you know, mostly done and dusted, we are probably going to be moving back towards what people got into Dream Keepers over, which is the comic, and you know, doing more production on that. So don't fret, you know, don't you know, hold your torches and pitchforks for just a little bit longer.
Don't throw your
We're on it.
Cheerios.
I don't know. People can even
Don't throw your Cheerios.
people can pitchfork
Don't throw your
if they
trash in
need
my
to.
backyard.
But I just think it is flattering that people want more of the book. I want more of the book too, and I'm gonna make it because that's what I like to do. But I don't know if people are impatient or if they're very patient. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna be drawing as much as I can because this is what I love to do.
There were some people in the Discord that were kind of like, I don't know, they were just like, yeah, those people are assholes. And it's like, well, I don't know, man. Like, it just seems kind of like they want to see more of the book come out. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, man. But then maybe the way they express that's a little aggressive, but it's an image board site. That sort of just comes with the territory.
Yeah, no, I want everyone on the image boards to be very polite and nice to me. That's what I want to put out there. If
So,
you guys thought
what
that
is it
I was,
U18 Chan? Okay, yeah. U18 Chan, we love you guys too, and we will have Volume 6 ready for you real soon.
I don't know about real soon. There's especially the
Sooner than you think.
Well, the pages with the kill gears, they're awesome. It's gonna look really bad. I just finished another one of those pages yesterday, but admittedly, it takes a long time to draw them and all the equipment and the guns and all this technical stuff. Like,
Whose fault is that?
it's my fault. I designed. But the thing is, like, I know it takes a lot of effort and a lot of work to put those pages together, but I really like what it is when it's done. I don't see any other comics that are putting stuff like this out there. I feel like this is even we haven't had this in previous Dreamkeepers volumes because we didn't have these particular pieces of hardware in previous Dreamkeepers volumes. But I feel like it's even kind of in a way competing with some of the like the mecha manga type of stuff, and like that stuff is, I've always thought that was cool, just seeing all the technical details and things. So
But you're doing it colored in too. That's a little more than they do.
yeah, assuming I can trick you into color blocking all those things.
I know. It's ready. Hey, your explosion is complicated, and I need to talk to you about the breakdown on that.
The explosion. I can explain what is what in the explosion. But yeah, so I don't want to tell people it'll be happening instantly now that it's like on the front burner. Like, we have had to grow. We did need to like get some things nailed down so we can continue developing the video games like viably and stuff. And we've done that, so I'm very happy about that. But like,
Well,
I don't know.
yeah,
I'm just saying,
but
like,
there's-
even in the best of times, the graphic novel production, it is definitely a mouthful. And again, I'm not maybe like someone's like, well, you're talking about AI, just use AI. It's like, yeah, but it wouldn't be the way that I have it in my head exactly, which I don't know. I've got specific needs.
Yeah, I don't. You know,
Your chores?
there was that stuff, and there was also just the fact that like, Vivid is not just Dream Keepers. I don't know. Maybe people don't know this, but like, or I'm sure some people do, but maybe there are really people out there that don't realize that Vivid has what 4 or 5 other properties. One of them is just a video game.
Yeah.
That are signed on with it, and like, some attention had to be paid to those things. We had to service those people who are signed on with us because like
yeah, it's Vivid
our job is to
Publishing.
support
We are
them.
publishing multiple people. We have
Yeah.
like a lot to do.
Our job is to help these independent creators that put their trust in us and their fans. You know, they trust us to deliver stuff to their fans and stuff, and that takes some time to do that. I know, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh, what do you think? Books just happen by magic? But like, yeah, there's a lot of logistical stuff that happens in organized production, which is what we do now. That, you know, it
Fulfillment.
involves some time. Like, it takes some time to do that stuff, and I know people really just want Volume 6 and they don't want to hear all these excuses, but I just want to kind of throw some reasons out there of like why things have been slower for the past couple years. We wanted to get ourselves in a good position where we could both like do Volume 6 and also like help service these authors and also have all these other smaller projects that are managed and being in like constant production and things. So, you know, like Yark, Skirmish, there was I think last year we did, or it might have been 2 years ago, but we did like a Volume 3 thing and a rescue campaign for UberQuest.
Yes,
So
yeah.
there, you know, people who thought they
I heard
might not even
Bethelium's
get the
coming up
UberQuest
again,
Volume
too.
2 stuff. Yeah, Bethelium's in there, but specifically UberQuest, like there was some, I don't remember all the details, but something happened with Volume 2, and it was just like sitting in a warehouse somewhere for a long time, and people thought that they were never going to be able to get their stuff and all that, but Vivid came in and just like could just save that. We just completely, we're getting ourselves in a position where we could like fix all this stuff for people who put their trust in us, and they backed the right horse because we were able to actually just get all that stuff shipped to a fulfillment center and get all that stuff from the fulfillment center shipped to people who bought it years before without having to raise any more money, without having to really, I think, take any money from any of the creators or anything, from what I understand. And
No,
we
in
just
fact,
were able
we
to save that campaign. Yeah, that was.
well, it's more than save the campaign. We saved that entire comic. Otherwise, people were not going to be able to enjoy it ever again.
Well, they might have
Right.
kept doing digital stuff, but yeah, I don't. It would have been tough to do another crowdfunding campaign after that. But the point
Yeah,
is, like,
we're not gonna be
these
books
people
again.
signed on with us. They put their trust in us, and we wanted to actually deliver stuff for them if they were in trouble or if something happened prior to us being in the position we're in. We feel if we have the power and the ability to help these people out, which is what we've spent the last couple of years kind of building up, is just like our power level, so to speak. I feel, I don't know, you know, I think Dave and Liz feel the same way. I think I can speak for them on this. If we have the ability to help these people achieve something without like cutting ourselves too deep, I feel like we have some level as them being signed on authors and creators with us, we have on some level a responsibility at that point to help those people out. So that's what we did. We have a responsibility also to prevent issues like that from happening in the future. But, you know, at that point when we had that kind of ability to do that, I felt like, you know, well, we should do that. And everybody seemed to agree because it did happen. But yeah, we don't talk about the boring internal stuff a lot, but I just want to kind of glaze over that a little bit, what I do know about it, because like I don't want I don't know, I don't want people to think we've just been sitting on our thumbs and just being like, I'm gonna draw stuff so I can be popular on Twitter. Is that's not, I mean, you know, you want to have people looking at your stuff on social media because that's where people discover things now, of course.
And
But
by the way, we're
I
not
think,
tired of we're not tired of Dream Keepers. We've been doing it the entire time here, but a lot of the updates are on Patreon.
oh, I don't know what kind of, I don't know what sort of updates are specific to Patreon, but are they in like
It's
the
the Volume
free
6 and
thing?
the Prelude.
Oh yeah, like every other Saturday, I like to give a major project update, and right now I'm kind of rotating between Volume 6, Prelude, and Ascension. So it'll be one of
Do like the
those.
free followers get those updates, or is it just like paid people?
I think it's just the paid people.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I should start telling other people also. It's like, hey, here's big project update. Because
Yeah, I think maybe
it's
we
just
should
fun.
drop a few of those for people, just so people kind of know what's going on. People would probably be excited to hear that there's some stuff that's been not finished, but you know, like there's some stuff that looks good that's coming out for Volume 6. I think a lot of people would be. Maybe that's why a lot of people think you're not working on it actually, because they're not seeing anything.
Well, that is like my evergreen problem is I tend to be like making so much stuff that I am not keeping up when it comes to actually showing what I'm making. Because if I'm like, oh, I should really sit down and schedule some things on social media, or I'll just finish this one panel. I'll just draw this one panel, and then by the time I get to the end of that panel, it's like I really need to get some sleep. So
Well, I mean, and the other thing is, I've heard a complaint that we're doing commissions all the time. It's like, no, but apparently they
Complaint?
think that the
complaint? Who
They
dares
do
complain?
commissions once a year.
No,
Yeah, I don't know what
I'm
that. I don't know where that's
posting-
coming from.
I'm posting art from over it's 20 years of old art on Patreon, and people think that's fresh.
Complaint? Who is complaining? Bring.
I've seen some of those updates.
Bring them forward.
It just says like that it's like. It just says that it's like an update from, or it's just like a old thing or something. They're literally called artifacts. So like,
Yeah.
you know, they're unearthed old things. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to do a better job about like communicating with people about like what we're working on and what like efforts going into and stuff. That is a problem when you're an artist. Is when you're an artist, when you're a real artist, when you're somebody who loves making art and sharing it with people. A lot of people tend to focus a lot more on the making of art and a lot less on the sharing with people, because like they don't know how to effectively share it with people in the landscape today. And it's a lot more fun to make art and just post it somewhere than to actually actively try to get it in like a position where people can see it and know what you're doing. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why people are upset that they're, you know, oh, they're not even working on Volume 6. Like, it's not a whole lot, but there is Volume 6 stuff coming out, and you know, if you don't watch the streams, you're not seeing it. If you're not following on Patreon, you might not be seeing it. But you know, maybe
YouTube. We also
should
post
start
videos
dropping
on
some more
YouTube
stuff
about
for
it.
people. Yeah,
There are
because
YouTube
not
videos
everybody's
about it.
gonna like engage with stuff. There are some people who they just want to read Dream Keepers and they just want to buy and collect the books, and that's it. And I think that's a lot of people who probably back the campaigns and buy the books. So I don't know. I would love to apologize to people like that who think that we're not working on this stuff. It is getting worked on, and all I'm saying to you is that, you know, we probably will find a way to do a better job of communicating that to you and showing you that stuff in the future.
Emma says they complain that you do nothing but draw porn commissions for money instead of working on the novel. I'd like to see that porn
genuinely
commission.
don't know where that's coming from. Yeah, I would love to
No.
sit down with someone who thinks that and be like, what is giving you this idea that we're just doing porn, or Dave and Liz really are just doing porn commissions?
I don't know. People can just like say stuff. I think sometimes, honestly, people will just like say things to like sort of try it out, see if it sticks, and then if they, it's like almost like feeling their way through a landscape that's dark by touch. They don't really know what's going on, or they don't stop to look. So they're like, I wonder if this one fits on for size. David's a fascist. Does that stick? Is that sticking to anything? I guess not. You know, I don't think they're really seriously making propositional observations that they expect anyone to take seriously. They're just kind of testing stuff out, seeing.
I think there's on image boards, I think there's a lot of that. I think it's just people just openly and unabashedly expressing frustration with something.
And I
they
think
know
that's also like allowed. It's like, I guess I'll allow
it's totally
people to
allowed.
like have a feeling and write about it somewhere. Like it's an image board. It's not my turf. And I shouldn't be like policing like how people receive what we do. Anyways, that would be really weird and
Well,
controlling if I was doing
Yeah,
that.
but yeah, maybe they shouldn't be policing what we do either.
Oh
not.
snap! Whoa, they're not.
They
They're
literally
just
can't. Yeah.
like. I love how it's like a couple of people sitting talking amongst themselves. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like what they're doing. Liz smashes through the window. Maybe you shouldn't be policing what we
Kool-Aid man.
lays the cuffs on him. You're going into internet jail.
My microphone is louder.
Especially when I scream.
It's like the meme, like two people talking, I consent, and then there's like a picture of Liz off to the side. Aren't you forgetting someone?
Isn't there someone you forgot to ask?
yeah, that's how it goes. Anyway, well, I should say you guys all have a fantastic day. Look forward to this Christmas prelude coming out shortly before Christmas with even more articles, and it'll be much prettier than this when it's done. It'll be shaded and nice. So she's still gonna be ugly, but you know what I mean. You guys all have a fantastic evening. We will.
She's getting what she wants for Christmas, and isn't that the most important thing of Christmas?
She
That's
is.
the meaning,
She is
getting what you
getting.
want.
That is the meaning of Christmas: is get what you want. So you guys, everyone, have a good week. We will see you again on Friday. Stream ends in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, thank you for the links.